I was actually making notes on my of the flight which I actually did from London Heathrow to Delhi. Yes, I'm in Delhi right now and I'm serving the quarantine period for the next 7 days. And I flew under the Vande Bharat mission flight, the government repatriation flight Air India from Heathrow. So what I was thinking is like there are many people still waiting to come back to India from different parts of the world, and they would be having a lot of queries like regarding the flight journey, what are the precautions the airlines people are going to take, and do they need to have anything special before they fly actually from their place. So I know like there would be a lot of queries, and even I also had a lot of queries before I actually fly. So what I was thinking, as I have already flew, like I have the experience, I have the information, so why don't I share those experience so that you will be having a fair idea before you actually leave your place. Okay, so my plan for this video is like because this video is going to be informative, so it will be a bit lengthy one, so I'm going to create two parts of this video. Part 1 will be from the departure airport, like from London Heathrow airport, what are the process you need to follow until you reach Delhi airport, and then the second part will be the process which we need to follow till we leave the airport actually. So before I actually start the video, I would like to say like I have not taken any pictures or videos during this entire journey because I was really stressed out and I was really worried about the entire journey. However, I have all my notes written down here, and I will be telling you each and everything in detail so that you will have a lovely idea before you actually fly. So under the government repatriation flight, it is the Air India 130 which I took from London Heathrow, and the journey from Heathrow to Delhi was 8.5 hours. Okay, and the scheduled departure was 16:35 from Heathrow airport, and the scheduled arrival at Delhi airport was 5:55 in the morning. Okay, so my piece of advice is like if you're flying from a country which is actually cold, or if your flight is early in the morning, make sure you have a warm jacket, okay, warm clothing. The reason behind, when I actually reached the airport, I saw a huge queue, and it was because of the social distancing. Okay, so before, you never know, like the airport which you are flying through, if people are maintaining that social distance, then the queue can go outside the airport and it would be cold for you guys. So make sure you're having a warm jacket for you. Okay, so when I actually reached the airport, as I said, it was a huge queue, and what the airlines people have done, I like the planning actually, because whatever the planning they did was making the entire flow very smooth. So what they're going to do at the very beginning, when you're actually queuing up, okay, they will be providing you with a small chit or a leaflet where the baggage allowance was mentioned. Okay, so the baggage allowance for the economy class is 23 kg into 2 bags, so you can have 2 pieces of check-in bag. One bag should not exceed above 23 kg, and the hand baggage would be 7 kg, and that 7 kg is actually including your laptop. Okay, so please be prepared accordingly, because they are making the baggage allowance sure before you actually proceed toward the check-in counter, so that the process is very smooth. Okay, and regarding the excess baggage, if you want to take another bag which is more than 23 kg, okay, then you need to actually pay a lot of amount. I don't remember exactly, but it was 120 pounds or so in Heathrow airport. I will be putting down a link below so you can have a look. Go to the link, you can have all the details regarding the excess baggage from the Air India website. Okay, when you are actually queuing up there, they are leaving people in groups. Okay, so groups means 20 to 25 passengers will be allowed to go to the next process. So when 20 or 25 people are leaving, they will be going towards the check-in counter. So as soon as you reach the check-in counter, you will be again stopped. Okay, there the people will be confirming your passport. They will be asking that are you having an Indian passport or you're having a different passport. Okay, and they will be dividing the queue accordingly. After that, when you go towards the check-in counter, there will be another personnel who will be making sure that you're actually having the correct baggage allowance. Okay, if you're having 2 baggage and 1 hand luggage, it is absolutely fine. If you're having more than that, then the lady or the personnel will be guiding you with the details, like if you want to have extra baggage, these are the process and all, so that the flow goes very smooth. Okay, so it was very nice. And after that, I went to the check-in counter, and the check-in was very easy, like it just took 5 minutes. Okay, it was very nice and smooth. But this time when you actually go through the check-in process, you will not have the option to select the seats, because the seats were pre-booked. Okay, because when I asked for the seat, they said, sir, this time the seats are not there, the seats are already pre-booked. Okay, so please be prepared for that. After you have gone through the check-in process, you need to go through the security check. So it was very easy again, it was very quick, you know, the security check was done. After the security check is done, you need to proceed through the boarding gate. They will be doing a medical screening. Okay, so the medical screening means they will be checking your body temperature. It should not exceed above 37.5 degree. Okay, so what happened actually is like what I told them, because I was walking with my handbag from a very, I don't know, like it took almost 20 minutes for me to reach the boarding gate. So I told the people, like, because I'm walking with my hand baggage, so of course my body temperature will be high now. Then they said, go and take rest for 5-10 minutes and then come down for your body temperature. They were telling, like, if your body temperature is above the required temperature, which is 37.5 degrees Celsius, they will not allow you to fly. Okay, so make sure, calm down, relax a bit, have some water, and then go through the medical screening thing. Okay, so once your medical screening is done, you will be proceeding through the aircraft. Okay, so one more thing I just forgot to tell you is, like, suppose if you are going through if you are boarding the aircraft, and if your seat is between two passengers, like what happens, the aircraft which I flew, it has the seating arrangement, 3 on left, 3 in between, and 3 on the right hand side. So in case if you're sitting in between 2 other passengers, you need to have extra protective clothes. Okay, extra protective clothes will be given by the airlines, which includes a head covering and a shoe covering as well. It will be blue in color. Okay, so it is like not, I don't think so it will be that comfortable wearing it for the entire duration of your flight, but you have to wear it. So please be prepared for that. Okay, and yes, after that, when you actually proceed through the aircraft, there would be another personnel who will be providing you with 2 medical forms. Okay, 2 medical forms which you need to fill it up, keep it ready, not immediately, but you need to submit it when you actually reach the airport, the arrival airport. Okay, so when you actually board the aircraft, you will see the crew members are already in their PPE kit, the protective kit, and they will not maintain any sort of close contact. Actually, as we see in the normal aircraft, they are helping us with the baggage, keeping it on the overhead bins and all. They are not going to do this time. You just need to show your boarding card and they will guide you towards your seat numbers, like right, left, wherever it is. Okay, so as soon as you reach your seat, you will see the food and the water is already kept on your seat, and along with the food and water, you will be also getting a PPE kit where you will have the face shield, 2 masks, and a sanitizer. Okay, so everything will be kept on your seat, and then the 2 boxes of food which you have, one will say snacks and the other one will say meals. Okay, and the water bottle which they will provide will be the big one. I think it was 1.5 liter, and they also said that if in case if you want to have more water, you can go to the galley and you can collect it from the galley directly. You don't have to ask anyone. Okay, and the 2 boxes which you will get, the snacks box will like when I flew, I had 1 bar of made up of nuts, muffin, juice, sandwich, and some tissue papers. And the second box, the meal box, will have 1 fruit, cream biscuit, croissant with some slices of cheese, 1 samosa, and juice, and few tissue rolls. Okay, yes, there won't be any sort of entertainment system available on the aircraft. Okay, everything was actually switched off. So make sure, like, you have your mobiles ready, like whatever you want to do. If you are ready to sleep, then that is definitely good. If you cannot sleep like me during the entire aircraft, then have your mobile phone ready with your entertainment thing. And yes, the charging facility was definitely there, so no worries with that. Yes, this is the information for the first part of the video, and if you feel that this information was actually helpful for you, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and share it to your friends and family. And don't forget to see the next part of this video, because in the next part you will get to know the information which will actually help you to get a fair idea what are the things which you need to do before you actually leave the airport. Okay, so I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.